Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is KairoS, and welcome back to Naval Action, Finding Your Sea Legs. This is the second episode of the series, and it is currently the 8th of the 4th, 2023 as of recording. Now, I'm going to try and upload one of these videos a week, guys. It has been a little while since I've actually played, because I recorded the first episode a few days before I uploaded it. So a lot has changed here. You can see the map has actually filled out very nicely with player-controlled ports, and surprisingly enough, the French are actually doing very well this season. They've spread all up to Puerto Rico and actually a little bit into the Bahamas as well. And of course the English, the British I should say, have taken the predictable part of the map that you would expect them to. They have all of these ports down here south of Jamaica, and quite a lot along Guatemala and so on. So the Spanish aren't doing so well, but they do have a few ports along the coast of Florida, and of course a little bit around their historic homeland of Cuba. So things are looking good as far as the map is concerned. We have a lot of neutral ports too, and the pirates are, pretty dominant still on the map. Though I reckon the French are probably doing almost as well. That's interesting to see. And as I say, it has been a few days since I actually played. And the plan is for this episode, guys, to actually get our economy rolling a little bit better. And also go and sink some ships, capture some ships, take advantage of the AI traders that are sailing around, and see if we can make a little bit more money. That's the plan for today. I should say just quickly while I'm here as well, I'm going to plan to upload one of these episodes every week, and I'm thinking Friday. You'll be seeing this a little bit later. I'm actually recording Saturday, but I'm going to try and upload in future on Fridays and do that regularly so you guys can watch them on the weekend. That's the plan anyway. So let's actually think about our economy. Something I wanted to do last episode and sort of forgot to do is actually get our buildings up. So we have all these plots of land here we need to be taking advantage of, and I really should be building something. Now I do have some service medals up here somewhere, if I can remember where they are. Do I have 4 of them? Yes, I do. We don't have any doubloons yet, so that's going to be a big priority, getting doubloons. But we do have things we can build. We could build a sugar plantation, a forge, an academy, etc., etc. But none of these sort of resources, or buildings, I should say, this is a resource. But we don't, except for sugar, we don't have any natural resources here. And I feel like we should be actually using these service medals that I've got lying around for resources, especially early on for us when our economy is going. And I'm thinking provisions would be the way to go. So what we're actually going to do is go into our investment. We'll have a look. You can see what we can spend our invest our service metals in here. If we wanted to, we could invest into an oak forest, a fir forest, coal mine. We actually couldn't do a coal mine because we'd need 1 more service metal. Hemp plantation would be good. But I really do think that a farm, if you look down here, is probably going to be the wisest option, because we're going to be doing a lot of crafting in the future. And even if we don't, somebody else will be doing a lot of crafting in this port. So they're going to want to buy provisions. You can never have too many provisions. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to invest in this port. We're going to invest in a farm. Just double checking that. Resources are accepted from warehouse, etc., etc. Required items, 3 service metals, so we'll still have 1 left. And we can worry about leveling up our ships later. So I've now invested in a farm, and I can now hopefully build. It still says here that you've only got the 1 resource, but that's okay. Hopefully now I can actually build my farm. So we go in here, build. We have indeed invested. We can see now a sugar plantation is still available if we wanted to, or a farm. Now, I'm going to build level 3 of this because I want this to come in For now, we'll just... How many resources do we have? You see that cost us about, I think, 50,000. So we can now upgrade this. We built it, and that will produce resources every day. We'll get an output of 200, and we can store up to 400 per 24 hours, real time. We're going to upgrade it again. It still says you get a labor discount, but labor hours are no longer a thing in the game. So don't worry about that. We've upgraded it. Now we can store 1,000 provisions. But I'm going to upgrade it once more, spend a lot of money on this. This is a good value for money investment here. Now we're going to be able to store 4,000 per day. Sorry, we'll produce 2,000 per day and we can store 4,000. So every 2 days, you should come to your... You should log in, come to your farm, and we can now collect provisions. And I'll let that... Hopefully by the time I've done recording, this we'll actually have a few provisions and I can show you how to do that. So we now have a farm in Mortimer Town. We're producing provisions that we can now use for crafting, or if we chose, we could sell them. Let's actually have a look at resources, food. You can see provisions are selling here for about 120,000 reales. So we could sell them if we wanted to, although I'll probably end up keeping them just to use. And early on, we can sell them for a little bit of spare cash. So that's a start. And now we need to consider what we're going to be doing today. As I say, the aim is to get our economy rolling a little bit, which is partly going to be by building the farm, which we've just done. And we should really be taking this ship out to see if we can find anything to sink. We set this up last episode, and she is an absolute beauty. Let you have a quick look at what we've got here. Manet, basic carpentry tools, iron knees, and concrete sides. Just a really basic build. We need to put guns on her. We're just going to use medium guns for now. So I'm just going to go do that. Put some medium guns on her. And then we're going to send her out to look for traders, to hunt down, capture, and bring back to make some money. Okay guys, we're just passing Baracoa, you can see in the distance over there. And we have pretty foul weather today, which is not great for trade hunting, I have to say. But it is good for when we enter the PvP zone and we want to avoid getting attacked. So we're just about to leave this. There's another wind boost there. I need to get that. We're just about to leave the friendly zone here. And we're actually going to duck into La Navise first, because I want to establish a outpost here. And also I was able to actually find some nice corals, which I picked up at Ocean Blight. And they sell pretty well down at La Navise. So we're going to do that first. And going to grab this wind boost as well, and then we're going to shoot over straight down to La Navise and then continue to Tiburon, and we'll have a look what we can find out here. Now, I also noticed, if you look at the combat news, you can see that there's quite a lot of stuff going down here as far as PvP is concerned. So somebody got sunk at Salé Trou, which is near where we're going, and of course La Navise recently saw some battle as well, some combat. So guys, this is going to be interesting. We might get sunk in this episode, which would be very exciting for you guys. But we'll just have to see if this weather clears up. Otherwise, finding something to sink might become quite difficult. Okay, well, we've made it to La Navise. It's still pretty terrible weather out there. I've gone and sold our corals, so we made about 30,000 out of that. Just a little bit of money on the side. It's always nice. And I don't think we have any missions worth worrying about. These economy missions aren't worth taking, and there's not really anything I'm interested in. I could probably take this hunt mission here, but let's not worry about that, really, for now. Basically, that's all we have to do, except for establishing our outpost here. This is going to be our first outpost, guys. So we're going to buy a permit. Well, the first one's free, so no worries. and we need to build it. We'll spend the money we just got from the corals. We'll spend that on establishing an outpost here. Confirm. And we can now ditch our resources, of course. It's probably worth holding on to these fishes. We'll turn them into provisions. Eventually I might get around to taking them back to Mortimer Town. They can do no harm. As you can see, I've got enough supplies in this ship as well to actually hold my own in any engagement. But that's basically it for now. We just got to head out there. It is, as you can see, still raining and misty. So we're going to try and get to Tiburon, drop off our passenger, and just keep going. We do need to be careful, though, because I noticed quite a few battle instances out here that we just got to be aware there are players hanging around in this area. So let's get back underway and see if we can find anything to sink. Okay, guys, look what I found. Santa Cecilia. Alright, change of plans. We're not going to be attacking a trade ship today. We're going to be attacking the Santa Cecilia. Now, we are outclassed here, so this is probably going to end in disaster. But I'd like to have a go anyway, just really to create some decent footage. And if we do manage to capture this thing, which we probably won't be able to given the fact we don't have any boarding mods or anything yet, so maybe I'll just sink it. But it will make for an interesting fight. We'll see what we can do. And chances are somebody will jump into our battle as well. So let's tag this thing and see what we can do. Alright, there she is over there. We're going to load chain shot first of all. This is going to be a long fight. Actually, you know what? We're not going to load chain right away. We're going to load bullet first because we're close enough that they're going to hit us hard. And they're going to keep their masts at... She will keep her masts most likely at battle sails, so there's not much point in wasting chain shot. We'll run and gun if we have to use chain. She's trying to tack out of that mess she's put herself in. We're just going to load. Let's actually get men out of repairs right away. I could go in for the board, but as you can see there, she's got more crew than I've got. And furthermore, let's fire a couple of chase guns at her. I don't have any upgrades yet, so we might actually just sink this one, guys, to be honest. Even though I'd love to catch her. So I'm not confident we'll have much chance boarding. Gonna wait for the stern rake. Fire. Got a few hits in there. Not the best volley, but it's something. It's a good start. So yeah, I think we might just sink this one, guys, unless I can get some good rakes in and somehow manage to... Yeah, you can see the damage she's doing there. That's going to hurt a lot. That is going to hurt a lot. Let's have some more sail. Come on, turn. We'll go to waterline shot here. Yeah, she's going round. I think she is anyway. Damn it. There's really no point with this ship outclassing me and me having a speed build anyway. There's really no point in me firing at her sides. Got some good bounces there. Just need to be patient and wait for a good stern rake. And now might be our chance to get one. Come on, fire. As you can tell, I am not very good at stern raking, and we are already getting leaks, so we need to put men immediately into the repairs. Somebody asked on my channel a little while ago about leak sinking. The secret to leak sinking really is, and I really need to get this sorted. Let's get these sails down. We need to slow down here. I'm going to pop a repair right now because we're already starting to take on water. If you're leaning into the wind, if you fire on the side that is leaning up, so that's out of the water, you're going to find it much easier to leak sink. It's something I might have to demonstrate later. I really don't do a lot of leak sinking myself, but we might just get sunk right off the bat here, guys, because if my crew can't repair these leaks, take men out of the sails and out of the guns, we don't need them, get everyone busy repairing as quickly as we can, and we're getting the water out now of the come on. I think we're okay. Gonna put a little bit more sail here. Let's go to half sails, because we can't sit here. We need to get away from these heavy guns. Yeah, we might have to skedaddle, lads. We're outgunned, outclassed. And these event ships usually have extra crew. They usually have elite perks, stats, woods. So we might have a chance if we had like a maybe a Trincomalee, a slightly larger 5th rate. But with this thing here, and we got unlucky with those leaks. I'm just gonna fire now. Good volley, but as you can see, it's really no contest at all. The only way we're gonna get this is by getting some stern rakes in, and I am not doing well. We're gonna turn our strong side to her. I could run and gun for a little while and try and get her sails, mast down, but that would take forever. Yes, she's very maneuverable. We're going to get another volley, and I'll try and angle a shot or two. Now I believe she kind of has the weather gauge of us as well, which is not good. Just going to fire again. Few hits. Yeah, she has the weather gauge of us, basically. Or I'm in a position where I can't really get on her stern because the wind. To do that, I have to tack into the wind. And have we finished repairing? We have. So let's put men back in their appropriate spots. Yeah, I'm out of here, guys. This is not working. I don't particularly want to lose this ship right now, so we're gonna load chain on each side. Let's get those cannons loaded up with chain, and we're gonna skedaddle. Not my finest hour, but I kind of got my rhythm screwed up by that leak. I had to deal with those leaks, and now I've lost my stern armor. She's in a position where she's just going back and forth, zigzagging around. And I need to make sure I don't present my stern now that I've got no stern armor. Yeah, this is a speed build, guys. This is a trade hunting ship, so that's one of the reasons why I didn't do as well, even as I would have thought. But it was worth a go. It was worth having a look, see what we can do. And we could still sink her if we were really smart about it, but it's late, I'm tired, and I do not want to fight a battle like that now. It's going to take too long, and I'm probably going to lose anyway. So let's get out of here, skedaddle, and continue our hunt. Okay, we got away. Not my finest hour, guys. My apologies. But stern raking was never my strong suit. In future, I probably should practice a little bit so we can take on bigger targets more easily. But yeah, in future we should definitely take a slightly larger ship that isn't built for speed for taking on elite ships like that. So I'm not going to be too harsh on myself because that was a fairly difficult fight. So we'll continue to look for... I mean, this is a trade hunting ship. We're going to have to... Damn, we're going to have to head out to sea. We're going to have to start tacking because the wind has turned now. So I'm going to start tacking back and forth. I'm not... Seeing as we come all this way, I'm definitely not turning around until I've established an outpost at Lamona. So we're going to do that. But this could be a bit dangerous because, yeah, we now have a wind that is against us, not with us. That looks a lot like a player. That is a player. Hello, mate. That's going to be a lynx. He's not going to care about me. Although he might head to Lamona, grab himself a 5th rate and attack me. So this could be a really bad luck day for us, guys. We'll let him go. He's just on his way to wherever he's going. There's another enemy player there. That looks like a... That is a trade ship. Ooh, my friend. Why would you do this silly thing? Have you not noticed? Let's just ditch that salt. Try and... I'm not sure how much weight matters these days, but we'll lower our weight as much as possible. We're going to attack this guy. I feel kind of bad. But we did say we were going for a trader. And that is a trader. He doesn't seem to have realized I'm here yet. We have him cornered with the land on one side and me on the other. We have the weather gauge of him. I don't see any other players, although he is moving ridiculously quickly. Wow, he's fast. He's really fast. So we might not be able to catch him. But it would be good if we did. Come on. So this is why you build your ships for speed, guys. If you're trade hunting, it's not really good enough to just have a ship that is built for strength. If you're hunting down traders, you need to catch them in order to sink them. And we might not catch this guy because he is quite fast. The secret is there. Watch that. Watch that line. He might have to move. We're going to keep chasing him for now, even though he is faster than us, because he might have to move into... he's going to have to turn in order to... Yep, there he goes. We're going to try and... We might yet get him, guys. We might yet get him. Best point of sail, so he has to turn in. If we can just... keep our best point of sail. Almost have him. Come on. Almost. We might be crawling just a little bit slower. There he goes. Come on. Why won't you let me attack him? Good God. Attack. Okay, we managed to tag. Gotcha. Alright. It's on, guys. Let's see what we can do. Alright, we're going to load chain on the bow. Absolutely. Chain shot. And we'll load chain on one side. Need full speed. Of course, he might turn around and attempt to... He will almost certainly actually attempt to chain our sails. What are we dealing with here? Jefe de Escuadra. I'm not actually sure what that rank corresponds to. I need to learn my Spanish ranks. Alright. We're of course going to have to load. Get dudes out of the repairs so we have as many crew as possible on guns. And we'll see what he does. We're not going to fire yet. I'm only loading chain on one side. For now. We'll see how experienced this guy actually is. Okay, he is going to full sail. That's good, so we need to be prepared to knock our sails down. He has 250 men. Hits. Good stuff. Now I'm actually going to do something a little silly. I want to try for an immediate chain volley. So we're going to lose a little bit of speed here. But I'm going to go for the chain volley right away. Lower our sails. Fire. Sail shock. That's good, and we managed to get our mast down in time. He's firing ball. It's fine by me. We're going to go back to full sail and see if we can get another chain volley in. You know what? I might load on the other side as well. Let's do that now, because I think he's going to keep running in this direction. Well, this is turning out to be a more exciting episode, guys, than I expected. I hope the recording is working. That whistle there, it tells us that we've reloaded on that side. We can probably turn and try for another chain volley. No, actually, let's keep the sails. I was going to take the sails down to battle sails, but we're not going to do that. We need to slow this guy down. Aim bow, for the bow, please. And, oh, very nice. He managed to get his sails down in time, so he knows what he's doing. Battle sails, please. Did I not go to battle sails? He might be about to chain me. Fantastic. So now, I should have kept my ball after all. Doesn't matter. What we might do is load ball on this side while it's reloading. So he has worked out. We're going to try and convince him to start running again. There he goes. Okay, now we're going to go around to the starboard. Battle sails. Yeah, very clever, very clever. Alright, we're going to fire anyway. Got some mast shock in there. So that's good. We're going to load ball now. Because he is already in a position where he's not very well off. Wait for it. Not quite. It's alright. Let's see if we can get a volley. And I might pop a preliminary repair soon. And of course he could call his buddies in as well. That's something to be aware of. It's good. Now, I don't know what this guy will have on him. But I'm not confident in my boarding skills enough at my PvP boarding skills to actually attack this guy. With boarding operation and win. Because I'm not very good with PvP boarding. Okay, so he's gone to his full sails again. We're going to load chain on that side once more. He might go for a run. It's good to mix things up, guys. Fire. Got a leak in there. So yeah, I might just be cruel and sink this guy because boarding is not my strong suit when it comes to PvP. I'm good at it when I'm doing PvE. Alright, we've got no more chain. We're going to load again. Reload that. Good work. He's doing well with his sails, I gotta say, this guy. He's definitely not an idiot. We need to be careful because his best chance at taking us out is going to be Took out a couple of guns there and most of his stern armor. His best chance of taking me out is going to be to stern rate me or bow rate me like that. The only reason I... Okay, I got a masthead in there. That's good. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Fire! Unfortunately missed most of my broadside there. We might pop a repair soon. Actually, we're going to pop one now. Just because I want my bow armor to stay up for this. I don't want it. See that? The secret is trying to keep your armor up. We can out DPS him very easily, although he has popped a repair mod. So he's taking repairs. Fire. Leaks. More leaks. That's good. That's good. That's going to force him to keep his men on repairs. He might be trying for a... Okay, I'm going to pop... I'm going to hit my boarding bell. He might try for a board. This isn't necessarily a good thing for me. Get my sails down. Okay, we will be fine. I'm going to take them off. Go to battle sails, ship, please. He's trying to get the weather gauge on me and he's succeeding. So what we might do is we might tack around. No, we're not. We're going to go. Because he's got his bell going too. So we're going to go around. We're going to risk this. This is a bit risky. This is a bit silly. But we're going to go around. There we are. Okay, he didn't stern rake us. Fantastic. And again, I'm not concerned about him. Yeah, we'll let him fire his broadside. Do something he's not expecting. There we go. Keep my stern away from him. He is still repairing, very annoyingly. We might have to... There we go. Okay, now we can go around. He is trying for the stern raking, and kudos to him. Oh, there's his mate. There, he's called for help. So we're going to have to run. What do we got here? Constitution glass. Yeah, we're out of here. So kudos to him. He called his mates. Good bow rake on my part. But we're going to have to go. Because this is the problem with being a solo player. We're going to watch out for his... We're actually going to load chain. We're going to have to try and... We can't really run against the wind. So what we're going to do is we're going to... Yeah, I know what you're trying to do, mate. It's not going to work. There we go. That's a good... That's a good... Now, we need to be careful of this guy because he is experienced. Brigadier. He's going to know what he's doing. Yep, see? Exactly as I suspected. Let's hit some... Good. So I managed to... He knows that I'm going to try and run. Shall we try and tack into the wind? What should we do? I think we'll just keep running upwind for now. Good. We need to watch out for those sails. Actually, you know what? We're going to load ball on both sides, and we're going to load chain shot on the stern gun. I need to get my sails down. I've waited too long. God damn it. Okay, good. So yeah, like there's no point in me trying to fight this out. If we didn't have our friend here, I would easily have won this, but as it happens, fire. Yeah. Now that he has this guy here, I can't fight it out. There's no way on earth that I'm going to be taking out with a trade hunting ship, taking out what is basically a fourth-rate ship of the line disguised as a frigate. That there is a big, nasty boy. But again, this is the solo player's life. You know, if you don't get your enemy nice and quick, you have to skedaddle. It's going to be a little bit of cutting of this video, most likely, guys. Yep, there we go. But what can you do? Can we repair our sails? Yeah, we should wait for that, actually. I'm losing the wind. Need to get more knots. I'm actually going to stop firing now because I need to get away. I need to concentrate on getting the escape at this point. So, and there's no guarantee of it either. I don't know how fast this guy's built his ship, and my sails are somewhat damaged, I think. Yeah, he's going to go for a volley, so I'm going to get my sails down. Good volley on his part. It's actually pretty good aim. Oops, I've actually got my sails at full. No. What am I doing? I've still got 5 minutes before I have to pop a sail repair. That's annoying. And as you can see, I've still got a little bit of running to do, so I'm going to just cut the video here, guys, for a bit. And I'll let you know if they manage to demast me. Obviously, built his dirty great ship for speed, and it's probably made from rare wood, so we're going to go for the suicide approach instead. We can't leave, so what we're going to do instead is just pommel this guy here. Instead. Not concerned about chain at this range. Yeah. Alright, I might have to surrender. His leak sunk me. So this is the frustrating part about playing Naval Action. Even if you try to, do well. Let's put some dudes in the repairs. If you're a solo player, there's only so much you can do. This is why I can't even surrender. This is why I avoid PvP for the most part, because one volley is really all it takes if you're a solo player, and that's the end of you. That's a leak sink right there, and yeah, very embarrassing. But this guy knew what he was doing, whoever he is. He knew that this trader was attacked. So he got a speed build Constitution. I guess he probably built it out of New England fir and so on, some kind of fast rare wood. And he was definitely going about 13, 14 knots. There was no chance I could get away from that. Single volley, leak sunk. I just gave up at that point. So whatever. Who cares? Somewhat salty about that, to be honest. But there you go. That's what happens when you're a solo player in Naval Action. Well, there you go, guys. That is the end of that. So you can see why having the PvE zones was such an incredibly good idea. I would consider myself a relatively skilled player, as I'm sure you could see there. I at least have some idea what I'm doing. But if you come up against a ship that is both bigger and faster than you, there's nothing you really can do. So if you want a PvP, guys, join a clan, get on Discord. That guy was obviously on Discord. He called up his buddy, and his buddy came with the exact kind of ship that he needed to deal with that situation. There is absolutely nothing I could have done about that. So we're going to actually reclaim, at the end of this episode, we're going to reclaim that ship because it is a DLC ship, and therefore nothing lost, nothing gained. But this time, we've learned from our lesson. We want a trade hunting ship. That ship really wasn't good enough for dealing with similar sized fifth rates. It wasn't strong enough, and nor was it fast enough to get away from other players. So we are going to go for the old school Bermuda Cedar this time and see what that gives us. And we had very fast on that ship as well. So, you know, really not our finest hour. Bermuda Cedar, we have absolutely no good statistics here whatsoever, but we can at least run away. And we have some pretty terrible, little bit of a crew bonus, which is nice. So we might keep this ship for now and turn it into a, maybe later down the track I'll turn it into a boarding ship or something, but I'm definitely not going to waste my upgrades on that thing. I might even destroy that and reclaim it tomorrow. But yeah, if you want to get away, build your ships for speed. If you want to survive, build your ships for survival. Don't try and do two things at once like I was there. Although I was kind of experimenting with builds at the time. So the only other thing to do, I guess, is check our resources, as I said we would. You can see here, let's see what the provisions are selling for. Provisions are currently selling for 95,000. So that's not bad. You can see they're getting sold really fast. So let's actually do that quickly. We can go to our buildings and crafting. You can see in the time I've been playing, we've got a couple of hundred provisions. We can max them out. That's going to cost us 3,000 reales. This is nice and cheap. See, 15 reales for one of these compared to, you know, nearly 100 if we had to buy them at the market. So we'll max that out. We might as well grab them now, collect. And I'm not going to bother putting any on sale at the moment. We just need to have them collected and so on. So I'm probably just going to reclaim my DLC ships, see if we get anything good. And I'll do that off screen. This video has gone on long enough. Not exactly my finest hour, but it is a Let's Play series. And, you know, in Naval Action, you have good days and you have bad days. This was just a bad day for me. So hope this was somewhat entertaining for you guys. I hope I will see you all again in the next episode. I'm going to try and put these out once every week. This has been KairoS. Thank you very much for viewing.